What's going on, gals and guys? Ryan from Thread Chemistry back with you for another video. On the docket today, we are going smart home. We are going to be putting together, placing, and installing some LED lights, some Govee RGBIC LED light strips into some diffusers, and then mounting those on the baseboard on each side that runs down my steps coming downstairs. I think it's gonna turn out looking really good. Anyway, I have everything here that we're gonna need. I'll just go over all this stuff real quick with you. So these are my diffusers that I got. I have 2 of these that almost fit perfect for each side. I bought these in a pack of 10. They are really nice diffusers. They come in different colors. They come in different widths. They come in different heights right here. They come in different colors. They come longer, shorter, different sizes basically. They're really, really nice and they're not terribly priced. I got these off Amazon. I will leave a link in the description for you guys to go check them out. There is actually a Amazon store. I'll leave these ones that I bought, and then if you click on their store, you can go through and see just all the different options that you can get. Basically with widths, if you're using LED strip lights, you're not gonna go any wider, but if you have your height, that might affect how the light reflects out of the actual diffuser. Because the closer the light, the whole reason for a diffuser is so that we don't see those individual lights. It'll basically make it as one glow, right? So technically, the further away you are, the more of a glow you're gonna have. Of course, if you get too far, it's gonna start dimming the light at some point. So you kind of gotta find a happy medium, and I think I found that with these. Basically, they're really simple. As you can see, they just have an insert, and then you take this, which is the diffuser. It's a little like piece of plexiglass or something, and it just slides right in like so, like that, as you can see. And bam, I mean, they're really easy, they work well. So they are inserted into a little bracket so they're not gonna fall out. Anyway, so we have 4 of those, like I said, 2 for each side. We have our Govee RGBIC Pro lights. These are 9.8, just short ones, 9.8 feet a piece, which again is about the exact length that I need. So I have 1 for each side. If you have longer strips, you can cut them. Just remember, whatever you cut off, you cannot use again unless you add the WPS 32 or something like that. You basically have to wire in, it's like a transformer, and then obviously you have to add outlet adapter onto it. Any old smartphone plug would work. I'm in the middle of making a video on how to do that so you don't have to waste that extra LED strip, which I will get that up soon for you guys. But anyway, so we do have our lights, our LED lights here, 2 packs of them. I do have 2 extension cords. I don't think I'm gonna need both, and I should have got a shorter one. I did get a 12-foot one, but I got it just in case I need the room. I don't think I will, but I think I'm only gonna need it for one side of the staircase because of the way we have to run it down under the last step and over into an outlet. But I'll show you guys that also. But I got 2 just in case. These are HDXs, the Home Depot brand. I'll leave a link in the description for these also. Then I have some Scotch Mount double-sided tape right here. I also got at Home Depot. I can link in the description for you. One thing about this is that I couldn't find any thin enough to basically only cover the back of this. If you can see, it's quite a bit wider. So I thought about running the adhesive strip all the way down and then placing them on the baseboard, but I think since I couldn't find the right width and I think it would be overkill anyway, I think I'm just gonna cut off pieces of this to where they do fit onto here and you don't have any extra hanging off, and I'm just gonna place maybe 5 on each diffuser. So therefore, I have our next product, which is just X-Acto knife, little vinyl cutter. I'm sure most people have one of these laying around. I'll link one of these in the description though for you. I typically only use Fiskars. I love Fiskars products for this type of stuff. I will link that in the description also. And that's basically everything, guys. That's all you need. So anyway, let's get inside and get this project started. See you guys in a second. All right, guys, so first off, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our diffusers ready with the adhesive on the back of them. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna take one of our diffusers, turn it upside down like so, and we are gonna take our 3M adhesive tape. I'm gonna get a measurement of one to make sure that it's not too big. It's like about right there. And I'm gonna cut that off, cut it to size. Now we have one, and so we're just gonna cut 4 more of those for this diffuser. Just like so. Now, all we're gonna do is we're gonna take our diffuser, we're gonna start down on this end, and we will take one of our pieces of adhesive tape and we're gonna stick it on the very end, and we're gonna leave the protective film on the other side. Since this is double-sided, obviously we're gonna leave that on until we're ready to take them off when we get over to the little runner boards on the stairway. And then what we're gonna do is take a second one, put it about 1/4 of the way down. We're gonna take a third one, put it about right in the middle. Make sure you get them pressed down good also. The more pressure, the longer, the better adhesion. We're gonna take our fourth one, about 3/4 of the way down, and then our last one we'll put at the very end, like so. And there we have our first diffuser ready to go. One right there, one right there, right there, and one right there. So I'm just gonna finish up these last 3, and then we will head on inside and get these babies mounted. All right, guys, so we got all 4 of them done here. As you can see, they all have the adhesive on them, ready to go. So let's grab everything and head inside. All right, guys, so here we are inside my house. The stairway that we're gonna be putting these light strips on are right behind me here. First off, what I did, I guess I technically left out a couple things that we need for everything, and that was simply just a roll of paper towels and some Clorox wipes, which I already did, but basically I just took a wipe and I ran it up and down. As you can see here, this is our little baseboard that we're gonna be using. We have one of these on each side. I just cleaned it off with a Clorox wipe, then I grabbed a dry towel and wiped it down to make sure that it's clean so that adhesive tape does stick. So now what we're gonna do is let's get into one of these RGBIC Govee LED strip boxes quick. Again, these are the RGBIC Pros, 9.8 feet a piece. Short little guys, but they are perfect. Inside is basically one of these that Govee gives everybody. It's just your journey begins now. Join Govee Home, download the app, all our social media. You need help, which honestly, I love Govee products, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it is impossible to get a hold of them. Luckily, their products typically work all the time, so I guess that's good. And then we just have a user manual. We do have an alcohol wipe that comes with it. Comes with some screws and some little mounting brackets if you want to mount it, which is nice. And then, of course, the LED light strip. Got our controller right here. And then our plug-in will connect to our wall adapter. Easy peasy. So that's about it. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get our diffusers in place first. We'll go ahead and do that first, and then we'll run our LED strip down the fusers, and then put the plexiglass little sliders in top. So let's go ahead and get our diffusers in place. All right, guys, here we are. So we have our first diffuser. All we're gonna do is take off that cover film on the other side of our 3M tape on each piece. I'm gonna start from the bottom because I'm not sure if I wasn't thinking when I placed these to see if they fit correctly, but they do run a little long, but it does actually work out as long as I cut off a piece of these, but I'll show you that here in a second also. But first, let's just get the bottom ones in place so we can have them at the very bottom exactly where we need them, and then we can add on from there. All right, we got each one off. Now all we're gonna do is place it right here at the very bottom. And there we go. Just give it a good press for a couple seconds to make sure that you get that tape adhered. And there is that one. Let's move up to the next. All right, guys, here we are. Now, if you take a look here, you can see this is where our corner is, or our bend is, and we go about a foot past that. However, my other baseboard starts about the same distance down. So what I'm gonna do, I grabbed a pair of snips right here and a black magic marker, and I'm gonna just mark exactly where it bends. And now, as you see, we have a line on both sides. I'm just gonna take my snips and I'm going to cut this off. And just like that, I just cut this side and this side and just bent it, and it fell apart pretty easily, actually. So now we have a piece that's going to fit right here perfectly, as well as another piece right here that is going to fit right there. I'm not sure if you can see it. We do have about an inch gap, and since we did cut it, I'm gonna grab one more piece of 3M tape for this one, and we'll get this bad boy planted. All right, guys, so we got the back of the 3M tape off. We have our diffusers in place. The metal bracket, I guess I should say. The diffuser part is actually the frosted plexiglass that goes over top. But that's neither here nor there. So anyway, as you can see, we have it from up here and it goes straight down to where we need it. Now that we have that on, I'm gonna go ahead and run the other side real quick, and then we will get our lights in and we will get our diffusers put together. And by the time I get that done, it's probably gonna be getting dark out, so we should be able to see a pretty good little light show. So now let's get the adhesive off the back of these. Okay, so here is a quick little tip for you guys. With the adhesive tape, if you're ever using this stuff, specifically the double-sided, I have the 3M version. I also think I have some of the Gorilla Tape two-sided adhesive tape somewhere also, but they're all the same. Once you place them on something and then you go to try to take off the film on the other side, the protective film on the other side, it's almost impossible. Well, a wise man once told me that, so this is my last one right here. So what you do is just take a box cutter knife, and on either side, right in the middle of that adhesive strip, just cut a slit down it. Not very far, obviously don't go all the way through, but then grab the film from right where you cut it, and it just makes it so much easier to come off. And trust me, if you've ever dealt with this, you know what I'm talking about. It is a huge time saver. So, that tip's free. Okay guys, so we have both of our diffusers on each side set in place. What comes next is we are gonna grab our RGBIC LED light strips, and we're gonna start running them down each side so we can get those in place. Then we'll go ahead and stick our diffuser little placements in, and we should be close to finish. So let's grab those lights. All right, so I have one here. There's our Govee sticker. just so you guys remember what LED we're using. And we have our LED strip. So now with our strip, on the back, of course, is more 3M tape. What we're gonna do is take the protective top off, which we're gonna leave. Make sure that you don't pull the tape off of the LED strip. I've done that before, and it crinkles up, and you can't get it back on the back of the strip, and you're basically duped. So just make sure that the tape sticks to the LED strip and not to the protective film. Now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna pull it down a little bit. We're gonna run up to the top of our metal diffuser, and we're gonna start placing this in, light side up, obviously, with the tape side down, stuck to the metal, and we're just gonna work our way all the way down. Okay guys, so here we go again. My LED light strip is a little bit long by this much. I don't know why I thought it was the right length earlier, but no big deal. Most LED light strips now you can cut. They do have little scissor marks along the strip at the places you can cut them so you don't ruin them. However, some of them don't. Like this one, which is by Govee, and it kind of surprises me. As you can see, they have no little scissor marks for a cut area. However, if you get to an area like this, so actually right down here, we have that same area. And then if you look on the back, it has like copper. That is a spot where you can actually break it and they will still work. So this is leftover. I always keep that. Like I said, I have another one where I actually rewire these leftover strips to where they can work again. And it's actually kind of fun if you get into it. And obviously you don't waste any LED strip. But anyway, so if you don't see the cut marks, always look for the copper connection points on the back, and you should be good cutting them there. So anyway, that actually got us to exactly where we needed to be. Not too short, not too long. So now we're gonna go ahead and keep taking off this adhesive. We'll start right here, put this up top, and stick it down as close to the middle as you can. And then we're gonna pull back the rest of that film now. And just like that, again, we got lucky. Look how close that is to the end right there. So we're good on that side now. Now let's grab our other Govee RGBIC LED light strip, 9.8 feet, in case you guys forgot. We got another one out. It's the exact same thing, guys. Nothing different. Alcohol pad, some brackets, AC adapter, and then another light strip. Same exact thing. So we're gonna get to the bottom of this one, and we're gonna do the same thing. So anyway, we're gonna take this off and we're gonna go down to our second copper mark. Right there. And we are just going to take a box cutter again. Be very careful when you do this. And kind of just give it a nice little slit. And be careful, just a tiny little slit. As you can see, I gave it a little slit right there on the bottom. Now all you have to do is just pull it apart like that. And now we have this piece, which we will keep for later. All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and get this guy put up on our other side, and we will then be ready, I think, to plug these bad boys in and get our diffuser plates in. Perfect. Like a glove. What movie is that from? Anybody? Anybody? Like a glove. All right. Now we're just going to do the same exact thing over on this side. All right, guys. So now we can now take our actual diffuser little plexiglass pieces. Let's go ahead and get these bad boys in, and we'll be about ready to plug in. We are on our last couple diffusers here with these. like so. Easy as that. And then our next one right here. And there we have them, guys. All right, guys, on to our next step, our last little hurdle that we have to get over. Oh, it's our buddy. Say hi to everybody, bud. Say hi. He says hi. That's a good boy. That's my dude. That's my little guard dog there. That's LJ, by the way, if you're new here. Okay, guys, so as you can see, here's our cord. All I did was I grabbed my carpet, and at the bottom of the step, underneath the step here, you can actually pull up just a little bit. And as you can see, I can pull that back. I just took my cord, and I'm gonna tuck it right down in there. And bam, we now have a hidden cord. And this is all we're gonna show right here, which I don't think is too bad. A small payment to have some awesome runner lights up the stairs, right? But that's not all. Now we have to get around and down and all the way over to the other side of the step. So here's our control. It does have a 3M again, sticker on the back. So I'm just gonna take mine and I'm gonna place it right down here. And now if you see, all right, so now as you can see, we have it hidden right down there, stuck away from anybody else. If you ever need the buttons, I guess they're right there. Nice and hidden under the step, as you can see. So now all we have to do is get it wired. God, that bottom step is filthy. Is get it wired all the way over to the other side. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our adapter. Luckily, Govee gives us a pretty dang long cord, and that's gonna give us just enough room to get from right here to the back of the couch into that extension cord that we were talking about. Remember, I thought we might have had to use two. Well, luckily, we do not have to. So now all I'm gonna do is I'm going to connect our adapter to this, like so. And now I'm just gonna take the rest of it and I'm gonna run it right underneath our step. And voila. There you go. As you can see, the cord is hidden. You can't even see it. And we have our plug-in over here with the light being on that side. So that wire is now hidden. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this one now, and we did the same thing. It's a little bent, but it'll loosen after time, and we can kind of straighten it out so it's not quite as noticeable, to leave it right on that corner edge there. And just like that, now we have that wire ran down here. And what we can do now is take this control box and place this one on this side of the step. So I think basically we are good. I did go ahead and get it downloaded on the app. Just FYI guys, this isn't hard. If you're thinking, and I'm sure a bunch of you are, oh God, we have to hide wires under carpet in order to do this, blah, blah, blah. That's not hard at all, guys. Literally, the end of the floor should be right under your step. Carpet that's on your top step, you can probably literally fold it over, unless somebody went crazy with staples, and just tuck your cord right in there. If you're running it along maybe a baseboard, along a wall, just lift up that carpet. It's really easy to do. It's really not that hard, guys. Okay, guys, so I think we got everything all set up. I have them added and downloaded into the app. I'm thinking everything's working because they did link with my Eero system. Eero said that there was 2 new devices added to the network. Also, Amazon A-Word said that 2 new devices were connected to her. Sounds like she's talking right now, but I haven't tested it out. I haven't turned them on yet. I was waiting for you guys. So anyway, let's go ahead and give these guys a shot. Alexa, turn off the main floor lights.
Okay.
Turn on the runner lights.
Okay.
Hey, hey, hey. You look at that. And of course, this is just a scene. You can go into the app, if you guys can see that. Let's go over to Funny and run Flash. Oh, that one's kind of cool. So then we would have to go back to the left stair light, go to Funny, and pick Flash also. That's pretty cool. Well, there it was, guys. They ended up working. They actually look really really good. I'm glad we did this today. I hope you guys got out of this video what you needed. If you guys have any more questions, please feel free to drop them down below. Any comments, suggestions, again, leave them down below, please. If you would, like and subscribe. Also, I would love to continue to make these videos for you guys. They are a lot of fun. I hope they're helping you guys out. I'll leave you with a couple extra little light effects just to check out. Turn off the main floor lights.
Okay.
Turn off the back lights.
Okay.
And there you have it, guys. That was pretty cool. You can do music syncs, you can do light effects, you can do solid colors. Anyway, there it is, guys. I hope you like the little lighting effect there at the end. Again, I know I said this, but comments, suggestions, leave them down below. Like and subscribe if you would. Until next time, guys, I truly do appreciate you. Peace.